The desert awakes as the sun rises, painting the dunes in hues of gold and casting long, dramatic shadows across the ancient sands. Vast and silent, the landscape stretches to the horizon, a testament to the solitude and promise of ancient Canaan. Narrator: V.O. Ancient Canaan, a land of promise and a land of trials. Narrator: V.O. Here, under the watchful gaze of the heavens, Abraham and Sarah began their journey. Under the vast sky, Sarah sits outside her tent, a solitary figure against the endless horizon. Her eyes search the distance, filled with a deep longing that reflects in her furrowed brow. Worry etches lines upon her face, a silent testament to the trials she has endured. A whisper escapes her lips, barely audible against the wind. How much longer must I wait? Her voice cracks with emotion as she questions, for God's promise to be fulfilled? The horizon remains silent, offering no answers to her heartfelt plea. Abraham approaches Sarah's tent, his footsteps light on the sun-baked sand. He gently places a hand on her shoulder, a gesture of unwavering affection and shared history. Inside the tent, a soft, diffused light offers respite from the harsh desert sun. Sarah, my dear, have faith, Abraham says, his voice a soothing balm. God's timing is always perfect. Inside the tent, light streams in as Sarah's face is etched with resolve, yet her eyes reflect a deep, unspoken sadness. Her jaw tightens as she steels herself, ready to make a difficult decision that weighs heavily on her heart. A moment of painful clarity flashes across her face, a silent battle between duty and personal longing. With a trembling voice, Sarah speaks, her words a heavy burden. Take Hagar as your wife. Her gaze is unwavering, masking the inner turmoil and sacrifice behind her command, so that she may bear a child for us. Inside Sarah's tent, Abraham pauses, uncertainty etched deep into his brow. His gaze sweeps the simple tent, a visible struggle warring within him. Doubt clouds his features as he wrestles with a weighty decision. The lines of his face tell a story of internal conflict and moral questioning. His voice heavy with concern, Abraham asks, "Is this truly the right thing to do, Sarah?" His words hang in the air, unanswered in the quiet expanse. Sunlight streams into Sarah's tent, casting a hopeful glow on her determined face as she gazes at Abraham. Her eyes lock with Abraham's, pleading with him to understand the urgency and the righteousness of her vision. Sarah gestures emphatically, her movements precise and purposeful, underlining each word with unwavering conviction. "Trust me, Abraham," she urges, her voice resonating with a fierce resolve that fills the small space. Her face is etched with a solemn promise. "This is the way," she says, her words hanging heavy with destiny. "This is how God's promise will be fulfilled," Sarah declares, her voice a beacon of faith in the quiet tent. Sunlight bathes Hagar as she draws water from the well, her youth and innocence radiant under the clear day. Her face reflects contentment, each movement precise and dutiful in the rhythm of her daily tasks. The well stands as a silent witness to her solitary world, a source of life under the watchful sun. A peaceful tableau unfolds. Hagar, the well, and the boundless sky, painting a portrait of simple serenity. Beside the well, Hagar's calm is shattered as Sarah's words reach her. Her eyes widen, reflecting a storm of fear and confusion. A flicker of disbelief crosses her face, battling with dawning comprehension. The weight of Sarah's proposal begins to sink in. A strange sense of honor mixes with her apprehension. Hagar's expression transforms, a complex blend of emotions swirling within. Inside Abraham's tent, shadows flicker in the dim light, mirroring the uncertainty that fills the space. Hagar enters, her eyes downcast, each step measured with a heavy heart. Resignation weighs on her posture, a silent acknowledgement of her fate. The air is thick with unspoken words, the weight of expectation pressing down. The oil lamp's flame dances, casting eerie shadows that amplify the tension. Narrator VO. Hagar becomes pregnant. Sunlight paints the courtyard with sharp shadows as Sarah watches Hagar, her figure framed by stone arches. Hagar moves with a serene grace, her hands protectively cradling her pregnant belly. Sarah's face is a study in contrasts, envy and resentment warring within her. A silent battle rages in Sarah's eyes, a storm of emotions barely contained. Hagar's face hardens, a mask of pride settling over her features as she strides confidently through the courtyard. A palpable tension fills the air as Hagar passes Sarah, her every step radiating an unspoken sense of superiority. The courtyard becomes a stage for silent confrontation, the space between Hagar and Sarah charged with unspoken emotions. Hagar moves with purpose, each action a declaration of her perceived elevated status. Pride radiates from Hagar, creating a visible barrier between her and Sarah. Inside the dimly lit tent, shadows dance as Sarah confronts Abraham, her face a mask of simmering anger and deep resentment. The flickering lamplight emphasizes the raw emotion in Sarah's eyes, her hands clenched in a desperate attempt at control. Her voice trembles, a mix of hurt and fury. "I cannot bear it any longer, Abraham." Hagar looks down on me. Sarah's gaze burns with indignation, accusing. She flaunts her pregnancy as if it were some victory over me. Her voice rises, laced with betrayal. "And you have allowed this to happen. You have let her disrespect me." The tent air crackles with unspoken tension as Sarah's accusations hang heavy between them. Inside the tent, Abraham raises his hands, a gesture of surrender against the night's uncertainties. His face, etched with worry, reflects the dim light, mirroring Sarah's fear. He tries to calm Sarah, his voice a soft plea in the enveloping darkness. Helplessness underscores his words as shadows dance around them. "I do not know what to do. Let us leave it in God's hands," Abraham says, a final hope. Under the relentless desert sun, Hagar's face is a mask of raw frustration and simmering anger. Her eyes blaze with defiance, reflecting the vast, unforgiving landscape around her. Driven to her limit, she bursts from the confines of the camp, seeking escape in the arid expanse. Each step is a testament to her boiling emotions, kicking up dust as she storms into the desert's heart. The endless sands mirror her inner turmoil, a landscape as barren as her hopes now feel. The sun glares on endless dunes. Hagar wanders, a solitary figure swallowed by the desert's immensity. Each step is a struggle, her exhaustion etched deeply as she navigates the sea of sand. The relentless sun beats down, mirroring the burning despair in her heart. Her silhouette against the horizon, a symbol of isolation in this desolate expanse. Lost and alone, Hagar's journey reflects a profound struggle against the elements and her inner turmoil. Under the merciless desert sun, Hagar collapses, her body shaking with exhaustion as the endless sands stretch before her. Her strength fading, she whispers, her voice lost against the desert wind. "Where am I to go?" Hagar cries, her question swallowed by the vast emptiness. Despair washes over her as she asks, "Does anyone even care for me?" Alone and lost, Hagar's figure is a small silhouette against the overwhelming backdrop of the desert. Under the vast desert sky, soft, mystical tones resonate, hinting at a divine presence. A gentle glow begins to coalesce near Hagar, a beacon in the desolate landscape. From the light, an angel emerges, its form radiating serenity and calm. The angel's presence promises reassurance, a stark contrast to the harsh desert. Hagar watches, her expression a mix of awe and desperate hope. The desert air stills, charged with the angel's ethereal power. Under a merciless sun, heat shimmers above an endless desert, promising no escape from the scorching landscape. A figure shimmers into existence, an angel, bathed in a soft, golden light, a beacon of hope in desolation. The angel gazes upon Hagar, his eyes filled with divine compassion. Hagar, Sarah's servant, he begins, his voice a soothing balm. Do not be afraid. God has seen your suffering. Under the relentless desert sun, the angel stands before Hagar, an ethereal figure against the harsh landscape. With a serene gesture, the angel's voice echoes, return to your mistress and submit yourself under her hand. The angel proclaims, I will greatly multiply your descendants, so that they shall be too numerous to count. You shall call his name Ishmael, the angel declares, his voice resonating with divine purpose. Because the Lord has heard your affliction. Under the relentless desert sun, Hagar stands alone, a solitary figure against the vast, unforgiving landscape. The wind howls, carrying whispers of sand as Hagar's eyes widen, reflecting a profound mix of awe and disbelief. Her heart stirs with newfound hope amidst the desolation. Tears well up in her eyes, her voice trembling with emotion as she cries out in the wilderness. Does God truly see me? Does he know my name? Hagar's question echoes in the emptiness, seeking an answer. Under the desert sun, Hagar bows, tears carving paths through the dust on her face. Her shoulders shake with a mix of sorrow and newfound hope. She acknowledges the divine presence, a silent promise echoing in the vast emptiness. Slowly, she lifts her head, determination replacing despair in her eyes. With newfound resolve, Hagar begins her long walk back towards home. Inside the tent, soft light bathes Hagar as she cradles newborn Ishmael, her face a mixture of exhaustion and joy. Abraham watches over them, his smile tender as he gazes upon his son. The gentle light emphasizes the quiet intimacy of the moment. A serene tableau of new life and hopeful beginnings unfolds in the stillness of the night. Inside the tent, shadows dance in the dim light as Abraham gazes upon Ishmael, his eyes filled with fatherly love and pride. A subtle melancholy flickers across Abraham's face, a silent acknowledgement of the promise yet to be fulfilled with Sarah. The weight of destiny and unspoken expectations settles upon him. His loving gaze lingers on Ishmael, a bittersweet moment of paternal affection amidst looming promises. Abraham treasures this fleeting moment, fatherhood's joy shadowed by the path that lies ahead. Time has softened Sarah's features, her smile gentle as she sits outside her tent, a serene observer of the passing days. Her eyes, filled with a quiet peace, follow Abraham and Ishmael as they move in the distance, their figures small against the vast landscape. A subtle hint of longing flickers across her face, a whisper of unspoken desires mingling with the tranquil scene. The sun casts long shadows, painting the scene with warmth, highlighting the quiet solitude of Sarah's world. In the stillness of the day, Sarah remains a figure of quiet strength, her gaze unwavering as she watches over her loved ones. Beneath the vast sky, Sarah's tent stands bathed in the warm glow of day. Gentle, uplifting music fills the air, signaling a divine presence. God, V.O., revisits Abraham, bringing with him the promise of hope. A sense of anticipation hangs heavy in the air, a moment of destiny unfolding. Sunlight drenches Sarah's tent in a warm, golden light, promising a new dawn. The air hangs still, as if the world itself is holding its breath, anticipating a divine revelation. From the heavens, a voice echoes, resonating with power. Sarah shall bear a son, Isaac. The divine voice continues, a promise etched in the sky. I reaffirm my promise, Abraham. Sunlight bathes Sarah's tent, the worn fabric glowing softly in the morning light. A gentle breeze teases the edges of Sarah's shawl as she sits just outside the entrance, a picture of serenity. She laughs softly, the sound tinged with a hint of joyful disbelief. Her eyes reflect a mix of wonder and incredulity, a profound question forming on her lips. Bearing a child? At my age? She asks, her voice barely a whisper against the backdrop of the day. How can this be possible? She continues, her gaze searching the horizon for answers to her miraculous fate. Soft light fills the tent as Sarah cradles newborn Isaac, her exhaustion overshadowed by a radiant joy. Abraham stands beside them, his eyes brimming with tears of disbelief and overwhelming joy. He gazes upon his son, a profound sense of peace settling over his weathered features. In the quiet sanctuary of the tent, fulfillment washes over them, a promise fulfilled. Sunlight bathes a vast field where youthful innocence unfolds. Ishmael and Isaac, lost in carefree play, embody youthful joy. Their laughter echoes, untainted by the looming shadows. Oblivious to their mother's strife, they are simply children, a serene tableau of peace, masking underlying tensions. In the sun-drenched field, Hagar and Sarah stand apart, their figures etched against the golden expanse. A shared gaze connects them to the scene, their expressions mirroring gratitude and quiet contemplation. The peaceful tableau hints at healing, a silent promise of reconciliation hanging in the air. Sunlight bathes the landscape, casting long shadows that soften the edges of their distant figures. A hopeful breeze whispers through the field, carrying with it the unspoken words of forgiveness and renewal. The sun warms Hagar's face as she stands in the expansive field, a portrait of quiet gratitude etched in her features. Her eyes reflect the vastness of the sky, mirroring the boundlessness of her thankfulness. Contentment radiates from her, a silent testament to the blessings she has received. A peaceful smile plays on her lips, a soft acknowledgement of God's unwavering care. Sunlight bathes Sarah's face in a golden glow, highlighting a newfound serenity etched in her features. A gentle smile plays on her lips, a silent testament to her journey of patience and unwavering trust. Her eyes reflect a deep sense of peace, a soul calmed by faith and acceptance. The field stretches behind her, a symbol of growth and the promise of a future guided by divine timing. Sunlight drenches a vast, golden field, the tall grass swaying in a gentle dance with the wind. The wind whispers secrets through the stalks, carrying the scent of earth and promise. Narrator, V.O. The story of Hagar and Sarah echoes through time. Narrator, V.O. A reminder that God's timing is perfect. Narrator, V.O. He sees the lonely, the overlooked, and he has a plan for them all. Sunlight paints the vast field gold, each blade of grass shimmering in the warmth. Tall grasses bow and sway in the gentle breeze, whispering secrets to the open sky. The field stretches endlessly, a sea of green under the watchful eye of the sun. Narrator, V.O. Even in jealousy, pain, and human impatience, God's promises endure. Narrator, V.O. He turns conflict and sorrow into a story of hope and life. As the sun begins its descent, the desert stretches out in a display of tranquility and timeless beauty. Golden light bathes the distant hills, creating long shadows that accentuate the vastness of the landscape. The serene scene symbolizes the enduring and unwavering nature of divine affection. A vista of peace settles over the dunes, the silence amplifying the feeling of eternal love. The desert glows with the fading light, a visual testament to God's everlasting presence. The setting sun casts long shadows across the desert, painting the dunes in vibrant hues of orange and purple. A soft breeze whispers secrets through the rippling sands as twilight descends. Narrator, V.O. And so, we conclude their tale, carrying with us the true treasures. Narrator, V.O. Faith, patience, and trust. The screen fades to total blackness, a canvas of pure darkness that evokes a sense of anticipation. Silence fills the void, amplifying the sense of mystery and drawing the audience into the unknown. A single voice emerges from the darkness, a narrator ready to unfold a compelling tale. The narrator begins, preparing the audience for a journey through faith and hope. Hagar and Sarah, a story of faith, hope, and God's care. The narrator intones, the darkness lingers, a promise of a story where faith, hope, and divine care intertwine. In the dim sanctuary of his tent, Abraham kneels, his weathered face illuminated by the flickering lamplight, his hands clasped tightly. He is lost in prayer, his voice a low murmur amidst the desert stillness. Shadows dance on the tent walls as he thanks God, his brow furrowed with a silent, earnest plea. The air hangs heavy with desert dust, as Abraham's unwavering faith fills the space. Sunlight bathes the ancient well as Hagar approaches, a serene strength evident in her eyes. Her hands, weathered but steady, grasp the rope, ready to draw life-giving water. The bucket descends, the silence broken only by the creak of the wooden frame. Water glistens as the bucket rises, reflecting a newfound confidence in Hagar's gaze. No longer a fearful servant, she embodies grace and self-assuredness. Hagar stands tall, a woman cherished and valued, her spirit refreshed like the water she draws. Sunlight bathes the tent, illuminating Sarah and Isaac in a warm glow. Sarah's face reflects gentle wisdom and love. Sarah speaks, her eyes filled with a mother's love and a teacher's passion, gesturing with graceful hands. "Faith is the most precious gift, Isaac," she says, her voice soft yet firm. Her eyes sparkle as she continues. "It is the compass that guides us through the darkest nights." "God's promises are like stars," Sarah assures, "countless and unwavering. Even when we cannot see the path." Under the relentless desert sun, Ishmael practices archery, his young face set with determination. Each arrow sings through the air, finding its mark with a satisfying thud against the distant targets. Fluid and precise, his movements reflect the promise of strength foretold in the angel's prophecy. He is growing into a capable young man, his spirit as unyielding as the desert landscape that surrounds him. Flickering candlelight paints the tent walls as Abraham, wisdom etched on his face, gathers his family close. The air is thick with incense, hushed voices weaving a tapestry of reverence and familial love. "Remember always the faithfulness of God," Abraham says, his voice a warm beacon in the night. "Let unity and love bind us," he adds, his words echoing the quiet strength of their bond. Atop the mountain, Abraham surveys the sprawling landscape, his gaze sweeping across the distant horizon. He envisions the future, a great nation blossoming from his descendants, a lineage stretching beyond the eye can see. Hope swells within him, a profound sense of destiny, intertwining with overwhelming gratitude. The wind whispers through his beard, carrying tales of ages yet to come, secrets of the earth and sky. His silhouette stands stark against the clear, boundless sky, a symbol of unwavering faith and resolve. The vast expanse mirrors the boundless promise within him, echoing with the silent pledge of generations. Inside the tent, flickering lamplight paints dancing shadows as Sarah sits on a woven rug, her face a map of time and experience. Closing her eyes, a soft smile graces her lips, hinting at a newfound serenity within the aged explorer. She opens her eyes, gazing up as if she could see beyond the confines of the tent. "I have stumbled and fallen, made countless mistakes. I am far from perfect," Sarah says, her voice soft but firm. "I thank you, God. In my faith, I have found peace, contentment, and a love that knows no bounds," she whispers. Under the relentless desert sun, Hagar and Sarah walk together, their figures stark against the endless expanse. Their steady pace speaks of resilience, each step a testament to their shared journey. Gone is the discord, replaced by a quiet understanding etched onto their faces. A newfound respect binds them, their bond forged in the crucible of hardship. The vast landscape mirrors the emotional distance they've crossed, now a bridge between them. Under the vast sky, Ishmael and Isaac labor side by side in the golden field, their movements mirroring one another. Sweat glistens on their brows as they work the land, a silent rhythm binding them together. Their shared labor transcends destiny, forging a bond of brotherhood rooted in mutual respect. A shared glance, a knowing nod, their unspoken connection speaks volumes amidst the tall grass. The sun beats down, yet their resolve remains unbroken. United in purpose and spirit, in the heart of the field, they stand as equals, their brotherhood a testament to enduring bonds. The desert awakens as the sun ascends, casting a warm, golden glow across the endless dunes. A new day dawns, promising fresh beginnings under the vast, open sky. Golden light floods the landscape, highlighting the rippling textures of the sand. The horizon blazes with color, a majestic display of light and shadow. Silence blankets the scene, broken only by the whisper of the wind across the sands. The sun climbs higher, illuminating the boundless expanse with divine light. Sunlight bathes Abraham's tent as he blesses Ishmael and Isaac, his face a map of love and wisdom. "My sons, may the blessings of the Almighty be upon you," Abraham says, his voice filled with paternal love. "Walk in his ways, and your paths shall be filled with righteousness," Abraham declares, a solemn promise. "May your hearts be filled with love," Abraham continues, his gaze unwavering, "and your actions guided by his light." Abraham's voice resonates with hope. "May you always remember the covenant we have made with him. I pray that your descendants will be as numerous as the stars," Abraham says, envisioning a future of peace. Under the scorching sun, the desert awakens, revealing a landscape transformed by time and promise. Tents blossom like wildflowers across the arid expanse, each a testament to a growing legacy. Generations thrive, their laughter echoing through the canyons, their lives intertwined with the land. Flocks of sheep and goats surge across the horizon, a living tapestry woven from faith and destiny. A great nation rises from the sands, a vivid fulfillment of an ancient covenant under the endless sky. As the sun dips below the horizon, Abraham stands tall, his silhouette stark against the fiery sky. Beside him, Sarah's figure is etched in gold, her gaze fixed on the endless expanse. Hagar and Ishmael stand together, their forms outlined by the fading light, a testament to resilience. Young Isaac, framed by the setting sun, represents hope and the promise of generations to come. United against the desert sunset, they embody faith and the eternal covenant, their silhouettes a symbol of unity.